All right, this is Robert Forsch exposing the truth about everything that I've found out about so far. You can feel free to reach out, call me anytime. The silent weapons for quiet wars is, well, it's comprehensive. It includes a lot of not widely known technology. I just want to show you the light in the, let's see, where is it? There we go. So there's my bird bath there. Bird bath water exposes the truth. Toilet water. The truth about everything is visible to those that have eyes to see it. Now let's see. Yeah, this is my my wind chime here. Oh, it's showing up in the flipped around view. There's the forward view. Where in the world could a wind chime hang upside down in relationship to other wind chimes? It's not possible. So one of the things that we have would be reality deniers. Their situational awareness is inaccurate, unfortunate for them. Okay, so I've got the Prius Truthmobile and the Lexus Truthmobile over here. The moon is high in the sky, and it's going to drop somewhere over there, and the sun is going to appear somewhere in that area. The way that this works out is I'm gonna give you a statement that is absolutely true. This is a Facebook live stream right now, and then later I will upload it to YouTube. The sun will appear in that area. It's the lightest spot in the horizon. In the winter, it comes up way back over behind my house over there from this vantage point. That is directly south. The Cherry Grove Fishing Pier is over there, right about in that direction. So where the sun and the moon appear and vanish on the horizon through the seasons and the phases of the moon indicates conclusively that they are in fact moving above the stationary and level Earth, which is absolutely provable. You can see it if you can see it, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Something like that. Now let's see. I want to get my system all set up here. I showed this in one of my last videos. I'll show you again today. I can charge up my phone about 40 times with that. It's also a jump starter. It's charging up this power bank right here, which has the surface charging ability, and my Toyota Prius here is got a regenerative braking system, so it takes the energy from slowing the vehicle down and converts it into electrical energy stored in a battery, and then it will release that energy when I get going again, or I'm charging something like my deep cycle batteries that I can charge my or operate my inverter to run my household. Not the whole house, just my freezers primarily. I take a look over my shoulder, confirm that yes, the garage door is down. I've seen that many, many times. I just have to have an updated version of that. Okay. So it's chilly outside right now in the low 60s. And I loaded up I've got my surfboard on the roof, and today I loaded up my wetsuit. I won't need it today. Not now. Got some walkers out here early in the morning. How nice, walking their dogs. So even though I'm doing a live stream, obviously I give preference to my attention being on the road. I've I want to have the compartment lights off right now so I'm not attracting undesired attention from law enforcement. If I don't come to a complete stop, or whoever doesn't come to a complete stop, are opening themselves up to a traffic stop. I don't want it. I've got other things to do, and I'll use my limited artificial intelligence to lock in the speed of the car at the driving limit, the speed limit. The hashtag Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars encompasses a wide variety of weapons that are formed against humanity to control and cull the human herd. There's technological and spiritual forces at work. The Almighty uses everything. Satan and his family are limited. So, as far as connection to information, I've compiled a comprehensive research library that covers the truth about some very important topics, and I invite people to send me feedback, either a direct message on the phone number there, or a call. My Gmail is robertforsch@gmail.com. So when I take off like that, I'm not flooring it. I'm just assertive, and then I'll bring it right up to the speed limit, and people can do whatever they can do with that. It can be really unpopular. The people coming up on my right are likely going to go on to Highway 31. So they wouldn't want me to be in their way, and the people going straight through might want me to go a little faster. Oh well, it's all right. In the, there they go. There he goes, just like I expected. A whole bunch of them. Yeah, they wouldn't have wanted to see me going along at the speed limit in their lane. Is it their lane? No, just the lane they were traveling in. So on social media, there's a lot of bullying and a lot of deceived people that don't mind distributing that hate, anger, whatever they got going on. It might be a bit of software. It might be a piece of code, as in artificial intelligence, machine learning, chatbots. So how does that work? It's apparently pretty effective. So there actually is a cybernetic collective of humanity that's been created, basically a hive mind, where a whole bunch of deceived individuals don't mind enforcing their deception on those of us who are aware of that reality. Wow, how mind-blowing is that? Anyway, it's what it is. I've got the receipts for it. I've got the proof of it, if you care to look at it. So it drops down to 40 here, and there's a hospital just up to the right. At 5:48 a.m. on August 22nd, there will probably be somebody, that's not the coastal painting, South Coastal Painting, probably isn't going into the hospital. Now, if I'm running this route at about 20 minutes to 7 or 10 minutes to 7, it's going to be a shift change, and a lot of people in a hurry to get there. They may have made choices in their life that are constricting their time. They're maybe trying to cram too much activity in too short a time and want to make it up on the drive. So anybody blocking their way is going to be causing perhaps some irritation. As in corporate America, people blocking the way of the system, the people that want to be in control. Let's say just somebody moving up the ladder in the company or corporation you either work at or you've observed. Well, if they want them out of the way, they can retire them. How can that happen? Well, if it's artificial intelligence that's leading the corporation and has a seat on the board of the company, it might recommend that certain people are let go because of their social media activity, their public square activity. Heck, in my case, I'm deleted permanently from the X platform, Twitter. You could explore all through my content and realize why I'm exposing the truth about everything, and including Elon Musk, space fantasies that he's involved in, the military-industrial complex contractor that he is, basically the weaponization of technology to cull and control the human herd. He's a part of it. He's not the only one. There are a lot of anti-Christ inhabited people. Is Elon an antichrist? I don't know. It looks like he's not born of the Holy Spirit yet and may never be. So, if you peruse through my research library, know that it's not an old, musty-smelling concrete building. It's leveraging the worldwide available information and putting it in front of people that should know better. The world leaders, the power structure of the world, including the energy companies, the manufacturing companies for military weapons of mass destruction, the military weapons of mass deception, which includes all forms of media, from the music and so-called news, information, all of that. So technology has been deployed in the food, water, air, personal hygiene products, and is being activated and manipulated in the human body. The biofield, the biodigital convergence. The sentient world simulation is a term for that. That was an older one. A newer one is the Global Information Network, I believe, or something like that. You can look it up. It's basically the same thing. You can look. A rose by any other name is still a rose. It goes like that. So will I see law enforcement on my way in? Probably. I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I do. That doesn't mean I wasn't already observed. In fact, I'm going 35 right now, and so is my telephone. And the system knows where my phone is, where and when and how fast it's going. It's got an accelerometer on it. I'm indwelt by the Holy Spirit, I believe. I thought I was in 1982 when I cried, had a conversion. It was just very emotional and all that. And I actually was spiritually deader than a hammer and did not know it until 2014 when I was actually born again, as best I can tell. I've got friends and family, I believe, that are deceived on that. They're deceived on many topics. I've had critics say I need help. I've got plenty of help. The Holy Spirit is all the help I needed. And the reason why I'm not getting all liquored up and smoking substances that impair cognitive function is I don't have the appetite for it. Don't want it. So I know some people that pray over their food because they know it's got unhealthy ingredients in it. Are they praying over their cigarettes and their marijuana and their alcohol? Ooh, Robert, that's a bit judgmental. Well, they're spreading Jesus all over what they're doing. Are they actually born of the Spirit, or just trying to do it? Like I was trying to do it. So I'm not naming their names. The people that are publicly globing it, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye, all the fake astronauts that are still alive, even those that are in silico or in the digital information grid, the network of information, they're still deceiving people. An effective deception has a copious amount of truth, a lot of truth in it, especially for the cerebral, those that are intellectual and fashion themselves as smart or intelligent. They may know a lot of stuff. They may know the truth about a lot of things, and they may be bamboozled and deceived on the most important topic to know. Who's in charge? Is it the person in the mirror, or is it the Almighty? Or is it Satan? Or technology that Satan or one of his demons is using? I don't know. I don't know who you are exactly. I've got friends that say they're not afraid, and they won't even log into they don't have a cell phone, they won't log into an account so they can comment or like or not like a video. Are they really not afraid? I don't know. God may be leading them to do it just that way. Could be. I don't know. I'm not in charge what you or anybody else thinks, says, believes, or does. All right. It's hard to get that coconut oil off of that lens. Now I can flip this on and flip it around a little bit. Let's see. So if you were deceived, would you actually want to know that, whoever you are? I would hope so. That's how I got here. I wanted to know. I wanted to know, why was I struggling with addictions, substance use and abuse that I wanted to stop and I couldn't? Well, I believe I didn't have the power to. Okay. So let's see, let's use the lens here. Can't see that so good. But that's the red lens for Mars activity. Isn't that crazy? Hey, so what I'm going to do is go ahead. I've got the Fat Max Stanley flashlight, and I want to take this on out here and show you something. I don't know how much particulate is in the air right now. We may be able to check that out. Can see that pretty good. Let's throw a little extra light in here. That works good. I do it like that so people can reach out and call me if they care to. It's also a great way to find the information online. The hashtag of my name is part of the computer code to do that, as well as my phone number. It's a comprehensive research library. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We can see the light beam. Oh yeah. So there will be ocean mist, moisture, salt spray, and all that. And where's the moon? Let's Let's see where the moon is today. Oh, right high in the sky, right up there. It's probably going to set somewhere over there. Not exactly sure. It bounces all over the place. When we had the so-called lunar eclipse, it was over the top of the water tower that's behind those houses there. Huh. So this is the time of year when there will be quite a few homeschoolers and pastors. I might be taking this out there. I might not. I haven't decided yet. I can see some fishermen on the pier, so I could walk out there. So my energy storage there is, it'll go all the way up to the top when it's full. And I think I can just go ahead and cut the air conditioning right off. That'll give me a whole lot more savings on that. And as nice as it is to go ahead and show how pretty the sunrise is and all that, I can have a different kind of an explanation of things here that's not going to be contingent on the potential audience that's walking around that may want to come up to me or something like that and talk. And that's all part of it too. At different times, I've incorporated that into my videos. And one of the dynamics is the system of control, the artificial intelligence, machine learning, computer system wants to limit unintended interactions. Just like a company that's paying you to do a job doesn't want you to be talking about your core belief system at the coffee maker or copier or microwave in the break room. They want you to keep it to superficial things like sports and that kind of thing. Right now, what we have going on in this election year of 2024 is an unveiling of how evil this system has become. And this has been happening over the years where people are becoming aware that this system of control is very wicked. So the situational awareness of those that are in power, so to speak, publicly, are the level of evil that they're participating in and sanctioning and making legal. Is it legal to kill a child? How about to kill a child in the womb in the form of abortion? Is that illegal? How about integrating technology and toxins in the food, water, and air that sterilizes the population or gives them medical problems that end their lives? So I believe there's this epic battle going on between good and evil, and people get really passionate about who they believe are the good people and the bad people and what we should do about it. There, as an individual, I don't have much control over the greater system at large that's legislating and enforcing codes and laws and all of that. However, what I can do is help people to make an informed choice on their perspective in this. So I'm going to boil that right on down to say, where will you spend forever and why? The body that we've got to use, this body you're looking at right now is the one I'm in, and I will use that to the maximum. I'm not afraid to live, die, or tell the truth. My activity, what I actually do, indicates that. I'm not trying to show you how wonderful a guy I am. I'm wanting to help people know that we can make a difference in our lives and in the lives around us. And what happened with me is the Almighty helped me to realize that I was operating in my own strength, and I needed to be indwelt and empowered by the Holy Spirit. So He protects and directs me. So it may appear to the world leaders that I have disseminated my library to and I reach out to, who is this little individual, this little peasant with a digital pitchfork, armed with a laptop and an iPhone? I've got a couple of laptops, a couple MacBooks, and I can do things in my operating system on my Mac that I can't do on my phone, on my iPhone 11 Pro Max. When I left my area, my driveway, I had to make sure that my Wi-Fi was turned off, because if I have it on, it many times will not make the transition from my Wi-Fi router to the cellular network. There's a mesh network all around us, though, that involves the cell towers, the Wi-Fi routers, all linked up with other smaller devices like the Alexas, the Ring telephone, or the Ring doorbell system. They can connect to my router without even if you're in reasonable proximity, reachable proximity. They use, I believe, a 2.4 gigahertz connection, the Ring doorbell, to Wi-Fi routers, avoiding the need for a code. They don't need to have the passcode on the wireless network to connect with it. This system of control is happening at a level that is beyond most people's awareness. And yet, reality exposes the truth about the global lie. A small level. Do you want a bigger level to show that the earth isn't moving? How about the ocean that covers the face of the stationary level earth? So there are haters that will say, seek help, get help. Oh, did you ride the short bus to school? They can say and do whatever they can say and do. It's not up to me. Water exposes the global lie. And it would just dump right out. I'm going to dump some right down my throat here. Did you know that this water has been in the sunlight? It changes the displacement of it. It changes the size of the molecules. They expand when they warm up. On a gallon, it'll expand out about an ounce in a day, depending on the temperature variant. So a gallon of water weighs approximately 8 pounds. It depends specifically on the temperature, because the temperature changes the volume and density of water. This is all scientific fact. You can check it out yourself if you want to. So I'm going to touch on a few other topics here too. How long have I been targeted? I don't know. I had allergy shots as a boy of 7 years old. Did some really, I had some very big problems with reactions to some of the times when I got an allergy shot. What happened with that? What was it, actually? I don't know, but almost all my life, I can remember having buildup in my sinuses, so I couldn't breathe very good through my nose. I was a mouth breather. Anyway, that all changed basically when I went out into the ocean and breathed. I let a lot of the salt brine go into my sinus passages, and it was combined with bathing in reverse osmosis purified water with electrolytes in it. And what it did is it released all the stored mucus and whatever was growing in there. I spit it out on the beach. It was almost a mouthful volume of, and it looked like butterscotch pudding. I understand that may sound really disgusting and gross. It was. However, that was about 5 years ago, and now I can breathe through my nose wonderfully. The other thing I have with the grounded, or my bathing water with the electrolytes is it's grounded. I've got a wire plugged into my electrical system. And what that does is it reduces body inflammation and gives me that youthful appearance. That and healthy nutrients, avoiding toxins, regularly exfoliating, coconut oil. I'll do my own hair with the Flowbee. I don't put any coloring on it. I'm 63 years old. Feel really good, really healthy. The 20s were really tough on me because I was getting liquored up and sleeping around, sex, drugs, rock and roll, all that. I was at a loss for dopamine. I had a dopamine deficit after quitting professional level motocross because I couldn't afford motocross racing, dirt bike racing. I couldn't afford it anymore, and it left me lacking. And so leading up to that, I started racing when I was 14 years old, and I read a book, How to Win Motocross, by Gary Bailey, and David Bailey, I believe, was his son. Yeah, and they knew and shared about nutrition and exercise and how to prepare myself to be the best I could be on a motocross bike. And I practiced with actual, real professionals because I lived in a proximity to people that raced professional level motocross, and they actually went to pro races. And so you can, maybe some of you already know what that can look like. I have a picture of myself, one of the only ones in existence that I'm aware of me on a 250 Honda leaning over. It looks like it would be on a cover of a magazine. I was really good at that racing. And so there are a lot of ways that people can feel good, and it can be temporary. Opioids is a way that some people have found relieves pain and causes other pain. The pain of addiction, the pain of the fear of not being able to maintain the supply. They can die without it or with it. One of my last marijuana highs over a decade ago was there was heroin in the marijuana. By the way, if you're thinking that marijuana is the panacea of being able to access all the hidden places in a person's potential and neurocognitive function, I would say that wasn't my experience. I did a lot of stupid stuff while I was high, and I saw a lot of other people do it too. So I've got friends that like their weed, and I have had them hang up on me. I would hold the mirror up and say, "Do you do your best thinking? Do you do your best functioning when you're high, or jonesing for the next high?" I'm living in South Carolina. I couldn't be driving around dirty with marijuana. They would bust me, and I'd be too paranoid to do it. So I'm not afraid, like I say, to live, die, or tell the truth, including to people that may be alienated from their friends and family for telling the truth about a lot of the different actual conspiracies that can be known. I'm exposing them. And so I found out that we have an endocannabinoid system that responds to healthy nutrition and releases dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, oxytocin. There's a lot of brain chemicals, neurotransmitters that God created in us to be able to respond appropriately to His leading and to what should be a legitimate fear response. There is a reason why we avoid pain. It's just that some people try to avoid pain with their own understanding and maybe using synthetic or natural substances to avoid that pain. I think it would probably be good to actually go out on the beach now. I'll get the tripod and walk us out there. So God is not a cosmic killjoy, and neither am I. I'm one of His ambassadors, exposing the truth about everything that I've found out about. All right, so hopefully the sound comes through okay, and later on, when I get back to my wireless router at home, I would go ahead and upload this to YouTube. If I try and do it mobile, okay, if I try to do it mobile, it'll take hours here. If I do it at home with high-speed wireless, I'll be able to do it in about 3 minutes. Okay, wow. Okay, so when I came out here earlier, the moon was over there. Now it's moved a bit. Good morning. Yeah, right now it's 63 degrees here or so, something like that. What that means is there should be a pretty good, and it's coming out of the southwest. So I'm facing directly south right now. This is the Prince Resort in Cherry Grove, South Carolina. There's condos for sale. Here, let me show you. You can call if you like. Let me see if I can help you to see that better. The Hoffman Group. I'm not doing this for any paid promotion. I'm out of pocket on running my social media activity. I'm doing this because I care. I want people to make an informed choice on reality. I am not able to get... Oh, let me try something else. That's better. Hey, good morning, Chris.
Good morning. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, too. One of my surfing friends. So I put a little saliva on the paper towel, and it was able to strip the coconut oil off of the lens. So wherever I am, as long as it's allowed to stay up there, my card or sticker is still up there. People can photo that. They may see me out on the beach or the Truthmobile and wonder what's up with that. So now from this vantage point, we've got the moon right there. This is facing directly south. The reason, the nature of our reality, I'm going to put it to you like this. Reality exposes the truth about everything. When you've got an accurate situational awareness of what's really going on, well, that would be the truth. So there's the truth and a whole bunch of everything else. Let me flip this around, see how that looks. Yeah, that'll work for me. But it's in reverse on Facebook. On YouTube, it doesn't reverse it, even though it changes the view. But I can't do a horizontal view on YouTube anymore. It's vertical. So where do I live? Well, right over there, about 4 miles as the wind blows. I've got a live stream of the moon setting over under the pier there. You can see it. It was real close to the horizon because it was low humidity. The water right now is in the mid-80s. So that means that if we get any hurricanes, tropical storms coming this way, they can pack quite a punch. And we have weather modification technology. It's totally declassified. It's been in the news more recently in some areas. And then sometimes that information gets scrubbed off of the media. It's kind of selective. Who gets to see what? So yeah, that was me blowing my nose and a whole bunch of material coming out. And that's good. I don't know what's all in that. Is that gross? Well, it's part of the way for body maintenance. I don't need to have a hanky out here and store it all in there. I'll just blow and go, baby. That's what I'll do. It's in the ocean now. Good morning. So this is a sea level liquid mirror. So barefoot in the water is very therapeutic. I put the coconut oil on my whole self after my long detoxifying soak. Lasts about an hour for me. I know some people say I don't have time for that. Well, we all have 106. We've got 24 hours in a day. Everybody does. What are we going to do with it? It's about priorities. The same people that'll say they don't have time for that may be doing other stuff that's not even healthy for them, like watching television programming that reinforces the false narrative with all the different things that are going on. Oh well, it's the illusion of choice. I believe the Almighty is large and in charge. What's in the sea foam? Don't know. Shows up when the waves are a bit more aggressive. Now, because I'm over here, the pier is diffusing the wind a bit. It's kind of nice. So I can see the flashing open sign. I wanted to comment on that when I put the sign up in there. So are you open to hearing new information that contradicts what you currently believe to be true? Feel almost no wind here now. Here, let's zoom in on the open sign. A lot of people are not open to new information that contradicts their belief system. It is a system of belief. So there's believing and then there's knowing. So we live in a highly surveilled environment. That's a camera right up in the middle of the view there on top of the building. You can see it from potentially from your remote location. So because the pool's closed, I don't have any parents calling saying, hey, there's some weirdo videoing our children. They might say there's some weirdo videoing or filming out here. Anyway, I get along good with management here. There's a context to where we are and what we're doing. So this right here is the Driftwood Cafe. It'll open at, I believe, 11 o'clock. And they've got a buffet up at the Prince Resort in the hotel. I've done that, enjoyed it. There's a lot of memes flying around about how people should have listened to their conspiracy theorist friends. I've got friends that would be alive right now if they would have listened to me and they decided to take substances that killed them, unfortunately. And some of them killed themselves intentionally. And I'm a suicide survivor from 2005. That's long enough ago. That could sound weird. I love life and I want to celebrate another day 11. That's one of the rare earth videos I put up often on my in my library. I want to celebrate another day 11. So what is it when Big Pharma, the medical industrial complex, makes substances, synthesizes substances that affect the neurochemistry, and people kill themselves on it? They even talk about you may have suicidal thoughts. What the heck? There's been reports of people taking substances that are supposed to help you quit smoking. Well, they did, because they suicided themselves. You may have frequent urination, unusual thoughts, yeah, and more. So in one of my therapeutic soaks, the baths that I do, I'll give deep tissue massage, and that helps release toxins from the fatty tissue. Going through and doing intermittent fasting will help the body draw on the energy that's stored up, the glucose in that's stored up in the skeletal muscle. So if I go out there surfing on an empty stomach, mostly empty, like haven't eaten, it'll draw all that down. And then one of the other things is that it will get rid of damaged cells and all that. So, looks like we might have a photo op for a family. Got their little baby girl. I think they're color-coded. Blue for boys, pink for girls, yellow for undecided or yet to be determined, or what should we get for that gift? Oh, there's the photog right there. See what I'm talking about? It's a pattern recognition situation. Yeah, see? Baby girl. We live in a very bizarre world, don't we? And this time of year, we'll get a lot of homeschoolers, pastors. I met some homeschoolers out here yesterday, delightful people. There's my friend Chris getting a ride out there. Oh, the final experiment, supposedly going to Antarctica and proving the Earth is a globe. You can't do that, because it's not a globe. Oh well. Largely, people believe what they want to believe. A lot of us that know it's not a globe, know it's not spinning, wobbling, gyrating. Many of us are not afraid to tell the truth. That's how I got here. People's eternity is at stake. The homeschooling families are typically bigger. We all have choices and lifestyle decisions to make that can facilitate a more wholesome family upbringing. Eating healthy, having a garden, that kind of thing. If some of what I've talked about sounds like medical advice, I would say it's there are possibilities, ways you can live your life that are healthier. Eat healthy and exercise. I've got medical professionals in my library to help you make better, or to make good choices that way. And you can seek whatever feedback or input you want, whatever you can find. So if somebody says to their doctor, I want to get a second opinion, do you think it might put them off a little bit? Yeah, maybe. How about if both medical professionals, so-called, give you the wrong advice or the wrong direction? You could get the wrong direction from a whole lot of them. They're part of a system, just so you know. It's a system of control. To control and subjugate and manipulate the human herd. So there's a very elaborate system of control that involves the medical, military, financial, informational, industrial complexes. This isn't meant to be a downer. I'm not a pessimist. I'm an optimist. I would say I'm a realist. There's some bad stuff going on. What can we do to avoid it? And what are healthy options that we have to live a healthier life? So some of my activity is, even if you're looking at my library and you say, oh, he's got Black Sabbath War Pigs there, and a documentary, a short one, about an interview with Bill Ward, the drummer of Black Sabbath. Well, War Pigs talks about the military-industrial complex and shows a lot of the atrocities of war. And Bill is a personal friend of mine. I haven't talked to him for about 35 years, but I met him about 37 years ago in Sunset Beach, California. I would see him there weekly. I would go to an AA meeting there. Oh, am I violating some law saying Bill Ward is sober now? No. No, people have all kinds of... In the AA meetings, they would say, you need to maintain anonymity. And I would say, no, I don't. I don't need to do that. People knew Bill had a substance abuse problem. How about now when he doesn't? But he's got health issues, unfortunately. So lifestyle and dietary choices affect how we function, how we feel and function. So we've got the fishermen out on the pier, photographers. Some of those are friends of mine. Good morning. And they'll be using bait, shrimp and minnows and squid and all that. And I'm using what I believe is the truth about everything that I've found out about. So in my interaction on the videos, I'll have, as far as I know, I'm permanently banned. My comments are hidden on TED Talks. Any of the TED Talks in my library, I believe you won't see a comment. Diary of a CEO does a lot of good content. I've got him in my library, and I said, who's hiding my comments? And then that was a direct message to Stephen, I believe his name is, on there. And somebody popped in and said, me. And then I typed a comment in, and I said, call me anytime. Call or text me anytime. And then I put the comment there. I could see it. And then when I went to edit it and just add a period after that comment, it said there was an error. It wouldn't show up. So whoever that person was that responded to me probably was. I went over to their channel, and I loved one of their videos because I did. It was a opossum rescue, a little opossum that you could see there. Anyway, so I commented on that and I said, excellent, thanks, and put the heart on it. I'm going to zoom in on this now. So when my comments don't show up for me, they probably aren't going to show up for the general population. However, the channel owner or somebody with administrative access would probably be able to see it. Now that island right there is probably I would say about 4 miles away. There we go. I was able to zoom out okay there. So what do you think the family there for the photos in the photog are waiting for? Probably that sun to light up the sky prettier. There they go. Showtime, baby. A lot of times I will offer to photograph people with their cameras, with their phones, their phone camera, portable computer. We're not in Kansas anymore. This is part of our shared simulated reality. Unless you're right out here and can see me without a device, then you're seeing me in a digital form. Part of our shared simulated reality. We've got a grandson that looks to be about a little older than their daughter. How adorable. It's part of this shared reality we have. Trying to zoom out, it's not letting me, so I'll just flip it around. There we go. Let's take us back over there. The dog is very curious about the activity over there, the photo. Oh, there we go. There we've got the sun. Let's zoom in on that. So the official story is, the reason we see that sun appear is that we're supposedly rotating in that direction about 1,000 miles an hour. Well, that's a lie. Wow, that's really pretty. There's a constellation of contradictory movements that can't be felt and have never been proven in the global lie. I want to position this a little bit better. That's not working so good. There we go. I've got some video that is zoomed in really a lot on the sun and the moon. Some stars. You can see them if you want. Met people from all over the world out here. I give the AI a challenge to how to manage what I do and who I interact with. It's all part of the deal. Yeah, I'm trying to zoom back out and it sometimes, there we go, that worked okay. So as the sun moves towards us, it'll shoot above those clouds there and be real pretty. The wind is coming from that direction probably about 10 miles an hour, 7 to 10, something like that. But because there's substance in the atmosphere, the ether, it stacks up on the building and gives me a bit of a a quiet space here. It's kind of nice, even though it moves the flags a little bit. It's chilly enough I could go for a long sleeve shirt or something like that. It's a liquid mirror there too. I've seen it when you can see my photo album on Facebook, photos with without distortion on the reflection. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So now the pier is open all the way down to the end, which is so nice. And there we have the moon up high in the sky still. I think that's about all I can zoom in on it there. All right. There, that's better. Yeah. Oh, nice. Now they're doing their own family photo shoot. How adorable. Where are they? There they are. So a lot of young families will come out here this time of the year because school is in session and the spring breakers aren't here, obviously, because it's not spring. It's a lot quieter, more family oriented. A lot of people on the beach early in the morning. How beautiful is that? It's a local sun. You could hashtag local sun or stationary level Earth. There we go. How beautiful is that? That would look a whole lot different if it was 1.5 million Earth sizes and 93 million miles away. Anyway, if you want to get up to speed on the truth about a whole lot of stuff, you could hashtag my name or Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars and have an interesting go of it, I would say. Feel free to share it. Share whatever you find there. If you go to my channel, let's say, and you'd have to be logged in to like the videos, it will become your liked video playlist. And I'm not just talking about videos where I'm talking about whatever videos you can find and like them or add them to a playlist. Then you can share them if you want. Because if my channel is taken down, then that all goes away, except for what you've personally done. The moon once again. So I'm going to say this again, where the sun and the moon appear and vanish on the horizon, wherever you are, conclusively proves that they are moving above the stationary level Earth. Their duration of visibility changes through the seasons and phases of the moon, the times of the year. In the summer, the sun comes up way over there from this vantage point, and in the winter, it comes up way over there. And like I said, the moon bounces all over the place. It's true. It's real. It's the way it actually works. It doesn't. The truth doesn't need your permission, and just release the truth. Let it go. Share it. What I've got in my library may appear to be all over the place, because it is. It's the truth about everything I've found out about so far, including the liars, deceivers, and what they're doing. The kaleidoscope of conspiracy theories is created to hide the truth and the true conspirators. How about that? Well, that's how I found it. So, feel free to reach out anytime you like. Thank you so much.